All right, everybody, we'll be opening this meeting at 6:45. Do we need anybody who needs translation, interpretation? Nope. If you need interpretation, please raise your hand, and then we can give you something, that way it translates to your ear. Si quieres una cosa que se puede escuchar las palabras de español, hay una máquina que nosotros tiene que puede usar. Si quieres, you guys could just raise your hand and we could get that for you guys. Alrighty, so we'll move on to 2.0, call to order. 3.0, roll call. Adrian?
Here.
Alice Lopez?
Here.
Mercedes Zamora?
Here.
John Alvarez?
Here.
Freddie Espinoza? Here. Sabrina Gomez? Not here. Sadly, our president is sick today, so she could not make it, but I went ahead and stepped in today as our clerk. So we'll go ahead and stand for our flag salute. Ready, begin. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Alrighty, moving on to 4.0, adoption of agenda. 4.1, adoption of the agenda is requested as presented.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by John. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried forward, 4-0. 5.0, consent calendar. 5.1, approval of regular board meeting minutes for April 28th, 2026.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried forward, 4-0. 5.2, approval of release warrants dated April 30th, 2026 in the amount of $690,951.17.
Move.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried forward, 4-0. 6.0, award presentations. 6.1, student board member report.
Good evening, Clerk Espinoza, school board members, Superintendent Mendez, school administrators, teachers, and community members. My name is Adrian Mejia, and I am the Associated Student Body President at Farmersville High School. It is my pleasure to be here tonight as a representative of FHS. Tonight, I would like to share some activities happening at Farmersville High School. This past Friday, our seniors had their grand night at Disneyland's California Adventure Park. They had a night full of fun festivities, foods, and rides. This is a perfect way to end off the year at the happiest place on earth outside of Farmersville. This puts our seniors with a few more memorable evenings, including senior sunset and, of course, the high school graduation ceremony on June 4th. On Thursday, May 21st, our seniors will be awarded with their hard-earned scholarships. FHS is incredibly proud of all their hard work students have put in, and we hope all for the very best for our graduating seniors in their future endeavors. Our guitar program performed at Freedom Elementary School to give them an outstanding Cinco de Mayo performance. This performance was a great success filled with classical music and great vibes. Our band and choir are going to be performing tomorrow at Farmersville High School. We invite everyone to come out and support our program at 6 p.m. Let's wish them a great performance to represent our school with pride. Wait. Our baseball and softball teams have had a great success in the regular season. Our athletes worked hard all year to make our Farmersville community proud. Although the postseason is not set until tomorrow, we have high hopes that both of our teams will be able to battle through the playoffs and make a strong run in the postseason. Our track and field team has had a season full of personal records and has made FHS proud of the progress they've made. We have 8 athletes that qualified for divisionals and 2 on the wait list. This is an incredible opportunity, and we hope our athletes succeed and move on to the next level. In closing, I would like to thank the school board, Superintendent Mendez, for the opportunity to share the great things happening at Farmersville High School. Go Aztecs!
Thank you, Adrian. All right, moving on to 8.0, public comments. Members of the public may address the board on any agenda item or other item of interest within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board before or during the governing board's consideration of the item. The board is not able to discuss or take action on any item not appearing on the agenda. Pursuant to board policy, the board may limit individual comments to no more than 3 minutes and individual topics to 20 minutes. Please begin your comments by stating your name.
The board asks that during public comment, everyone be respectful of the speakers. Members of the public should not interrupt or interject while another person is giving their public comment. During public comments, there shall be no use of foul language. Should a member of the public have a concern about a specific employee, we ask that you direct those concerns to myself after this meeting so that the concerns can be handled through the proper procedures. Please do not use employee or student names during public comments. The board is not able to discuss or take action on any item not appearing on the agenda. Individual comments are limited to no more than 3 minutes, and individual topics, 20 minutes. School board and community members, we do have a total of 4 public comments. We will begin with Mr. Freddie Lopez. Mr. Freddie Lopez, are you in attendance? Mr. Freddie Lopez would like to discuss cell phones.
Does this thing work? If it doesn't, I'm sure my coaching voice will come in. Good evening, Superintendent Mendez, School Board, and all in attendance tonight. This evening, I would like to talk about a very important issue, the connection between mental health and cell phones. As we observe Mental Health Month, and as of July 1st, 2026, all school districts must adopt a restrictive cell phone policy. I have some stats I would like to acknowledge. As cell phones become a huge part of our lives, too much can seriously affect our mental health. As of 2026, major studies emphasize that high levels of smartphone engagement significantly forecast depression, anxiety, cognitive impairments across various groups, especially in ages 12 and above. Research conducted by Jonathan Haidt, a NYU professor and author of the best-selling book, The Anxious Generation 2024, has found that developmentally speaking, the still maturing prefrontal cortex renders young people especially vulnerable to sustained changes in the brain's reward system, shifting their general mood toward irritability and anxiety when separated from their phones. One major problem is stress and anxiety caused by social media. Many teenagers spend hours scrolling through apps comparing themselves to others online. People often post only the best moments of their lives, making others feel that they are not good enough, attractive enough, or successful enough. This constant comparison can lower self-esteem and increase feelings of sadness, insecurity, and depression. Other issues is addiction. Many people feel the need to check their phones every few minutes for notifications, messages, social media updates. This can become distracting and overwhelming. Instead of focusing on school, family, or real-life experiences, people become attached to their screens. There are even technology detox camps like Summerland Camp, which is for teens with technology addiction, gaming addictions, and social media addictions. 2-week sessions begin at $7,000. Neil Postman, in his 1992 book, Technopoly, stated, "People will soon be addicted to their technology as a drunk has become addicted to alcohol," and that was 30 years ago. Cell phones can also affect sleep, which is very important for mental health. Many students stay awake late at night texting, watching videos, and using social media. Without enough rest, students feel tired, irritated, anxious, and depressed. Cyberbullying is another serious problem linked to cell phone use. Hurtful messages, rumors, and online harassment can spread quickly through social media and their messaging apps. According to July 2025 Educational Week newspaper study, early results from across the U.S. show that restricting cell phone use in public schools is effective. In New York City, the bans have been associated with gains in strong school engagement, improved mental health, and increased student learning. Schools have also received a boost in participation in after-school programs, extracurricular activities, and sports due to increased socialization. The National Education, NEA, surveyed teachers, and over 90% of those surveyed believe that student mental health was a serious issue. One issue that came up after the school phone bans, teachers consistently noted that when cell phones disappeared, students reappeared. Conversations in the classroom, on campus, peer-to-peer relationships increased dramatically. One of the major arguments that cell phones need to be in schools is what happens in the case of emergency. Well, you can call the office like many of us did when we went to school, In case of an active shooter, we cannot jam up emergency lines that hinder law enforcement to do their jobs, or even worse, have a cell phone go off when students are hiding, Lord forbid. This gives the shooter an idea that people are in the room. Parents need to trust that we have the best interest in their child's future, and that begins with the cell phone ban. In conclusion, cell phones are powerful tools, but when used too much, they will harm our mental health by increasing stress, anxiety, loneliness, and lack of sleep. We must learn to use technology responsibly and create a healthy balance between our online lives and offline lives. The decision is truly a matter of life and death, and I hope we choose wisely. Thank you.
Thank you. We have Ms. Judith Perez, beginning or starting of a PTO.
Good evening. I was not planning on this, but I'm already here, so might as well get it done. As most of you know, my name is Judy. As most of you know, I've started a Facebook and Instagram page to create the Farmersville PTO. There's so many parents who don't show up to meetings, and we need that support. And so since we're always having the same parents show up to every single school, we figured we'd join all schools in doing a PTO combined. So that way, whether you have a little one at Freedom or one at the high school, you're able to help out any and all of the kids. As for the board, I'd like some help, some leadership in what I can do to progress this PTO and grow and hopefully make it very successful. Thank you.
Next, we have Ms. Deanna Puga, supplies, funding, request for increased funding for school supplies.
Good afternoon, members of the board, Superintendent Mendez. My name is Diana Puga, and I'm a third grade dual language teacher at Snowden Elementary. I am here tonight to respectfully request increased funding for the classroom supplies for the 2026-27 academic school year. During the 2025-26 school year, we the teachers were given a total of $300 for classroom supplies to last the entire school year. In previous years, we were given additional funding around January to restock. But this year, that did not happen, and we are struggling with the lack of supplies to successfully end the school year to its best potential. With an average class size of 24 students, the allotted $300 budget provides $12.50 per student for the whole year. And that's before taxes, so realistically, it's even lower. As we're experiencing thus far in the school year, the amount is simply not enough to cover the basic classroom needs. To put this into perspective, $12.50 per student only covers very minimal supplies, such as 1 composition notebook, 2 spiral notebooks, 1 pack of 12 pencils, and 1 box of 24 crayons. That's what the budget provides. That already uses up most of the budget and does not include other essential materials like glue sticks, dry eraser markers, which go so fast, folders, scissors, erasers, large Post-its for visuals. Unfortunately, a large portion of that budget also goes to necessities like printer ink, which alone can take up more than 1/3 of the total. That leaves even less money for actual student supplies. The additional funding that we are asking for goes directly back to our Farmersville Unified School District students in the forms of materials that they use every day. So when it is limited, it directly impacts what they have access to in the classroom. Not only that, we are required to order through Office Depot, where prices tend to be significantly higher. For example, a pack of 4 primary composition notebooks, where the picture's on top and the writing's on the bottom, 4 of those is $9.78, with a class average of 24 students. While similar notebooks can be purchased for around $1.75 elsewhere. This further reduces what we're actually able to provide for our students with limited funds that we are given. Because of this, we the teachers end up spending our own money throughout the year to fill in the gaps to make sure students have what they need. While we do this because we deeply care for our students, it is not something that is sustainable long term. We the teachers are kindly asking for support, so we are no longer in a position where we are consistently having to reach into our own pockets to fill in financial gaps just to keep the classroom running smoothly. While we always do what our students need, there should not be an expectation placed on teachers year after year. As we approach the new school year, I respectfully ask you, the members of the board, Superintendent Mendez, to please revisit the $12.50 per year per student for budget. To please reconsider increasing the funding allocation so that we can all adequately support our students and provide equitable access with essential classroom materials to Laos throughout the school year. Thank you for your time, consideration, and continued support to our students. Gracias.
Thank you, and we have Mr. Emiliano Moran, counselor update, giving comments on counselors.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Moran.
Hello, everyone, and everyone listening to YouTube out there. Hello, everybody. So, my name is Mr. Moran, and I'm a school counselor at Farmersville Junior High. The reason I'm here tonight to comment is on the school counselor job description that is currently being updated. As many of you guys know, or not know, the current school counselor job description is approximately 30 years old. Since then, the field of school counseling has evolved significantly, and many changes have taken place regarding the role and responsibilities of school counselors. What I have provided to you tonight is a copy outlining the role of a school counselor, including appropriate and inappropriate duties for counselors. My goal tonight is to help you educate on what a school counselor is trained and expected to do. I was once asked whether a school counselor is considered admin, and the answer to that is no. A school counselor is generally not considered school admin, and here's the difference. Admin focus on hiring, student discipline, staff evaluation, managing overall school operation. The counselor focuses on supporting student academic achievement, career readiness, and social emotional development. So according to the American School Counselor Association, also known as ASCA, a school counselors are most effective when they are able to focus on counseling services, student support, intervention, academic planning, and building positive relationship with students and family. I know that the counselor job description is going to be presented pretty soon to the board. I ask that you guys please look at it carefully and start asking some questions. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Okay, that's the last of the comments, open comments, so we can move on.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody who came to speak today. We always appreciate those who do come and speak for the community. Anytime, everybody's always welcome. The mic is there for you guys, so that way we can hear your concerns and know what's going on in the community, or if anything arises that you feel us as the board needs to hear. That is why we're here, and that is why that is available to you. So be sure to use the tools that you have at hand. Definitely, we're going to be moving on to 8.1, superintendent comments.
None at this time. I want to make sure we focus on our students and our families that are here.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely. And piggyback off that, I just want to thank everybody for coming. There's so many of you today, and just seeing the room so filled is a beautiful thing. And just seeing the kids here and hearing us do the Pledge of Allegiance all together, it was just awesome to experience. So definitely thank you all for coming. Parents as well. I know to make time to come over here out of your busy day is definitely something we have to put effort into, and I appreciate that. So 10.0, K through 8 issues. 10.1, presentation of J.E. Hester and Freedom Chess Team.
While we wait for that first slide, good evening, school board, Superintendent Mendez, district officials, colleagues, and members of the Farmersville community. Right now, I have the absolute joy of introducing someone who is changing the game of chess for our students here at J.E. Hester, Mr. Sanchez. I also want to take a few seconds to celebrate our incredible chess team. This is not merely a club. This is discipline, it's strategy, it's confidence, and this is what happens when kids are challenged to think at high levels. Mr. Sanchez has been coaching chess for 6 years, and what makes this story even better is that he is a proud FUSD alumni who once sat in these same schools as a chess student under the guidance of Mrs. Feynman many years ago. That's what a community is all about. Students growing up, becoming leaders, and coming back to pour into the next generation. Before coming to Hester, Mr. Sanchez helped bring multiple trophies to Snowden Elementary. Yeah, round of applause. And now he's bringing the same championship mindset to students at J.E. Hester. I would like to highlight the following stats. Out of the 14 third graders, only 5 had previous experience with Coach Sanchez. 8 Hester students had never played chess before joining the chess club. Never. No experience. Nada. Just courage and a growth mindset. That means every child in the school can do this. Every student is welcome to join the Hester Chess Club because talent is great, but mindset is everything. And look at the age range we're talking about. 2 kinder students at Hester, 2 first graders, 4 second graders, and 14 third graders competing against schools across the region. What might be the implications for TK students coming to J.E. Hester, you might ask? Chess builds focus, patience, critical thinking, perseverance, and problem-solving skills at a very young age. These are lifelong skills that start early and carry into academics, exemplary behavior, and leadership. This year alone, our team has competed in tournaments in Corcoran, Fresno, and Clovis. 6 tournaments total, and the results? 5 second-place trophies and 1 third-place trophy. What's most interesting is how close these students were to taking first place. 1 tournament missed by only half a point, and another by just 1.5 points. That means our students are not just participating, they are competing at an elite level. Tonight, let's not only celebrate our Hester students, but rather FUSD students at large, because J.E. Hester currently has a chess partnership with Dr. Monroy and the Freedom Chess Club at Freedom Elementary. At this time, Mr. Sanchez will elaborate in terms of that partnership. I thank Mr. Sanchez and Mrs. Sickles for believing in our students and building something special here at FUSD. Please give a huge round of applause to Mr. Sanchez and the chess team.
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for showing up. The room's full of chess parents, chess students, and this is a testament of the support we were shown all year long. We're very familiar faces in here. Thank you guys for showing up and being there. It means a lot to not only myself, but to your students, to your children. We're here trying to make a program very strong. Mrs. Sickles and I work really well together. The deal is I send her some students, send her like 8 or 9 third graders that are ready to go. And then I'm building the team here at Hester now. As you can see, I was with Snowden before, but now I'm here at Hester and I'm ready to go and try to get some first place trophies. And as Mr. Zavala said, 5 of those we lost by half a point. So that is, it stung a bit. But, and then the last one by 1.5 points. So we're up there at Dry Creek is the school that we're trying to take down, and hopefully next year it's all first place. So, and another thing, I just want to shout out Coach Ruth. She's right here. Yeah, go ahead. Mm-hmm. Coach Ruth volunteers her time, and she's just non-stop action. The kids appreciate her, I appreciate her, parents appreciate her. She makes a lot of things happen. One of them, getting these shirts donated to us. She got every kid a shirt for free. Yeah. So I'm very happy with this program. Looking forward to build it and see what else we can make happen in Farmersville. So we do have some pictures if we can get through the slides a bit. So can we go back to the last slide? So as he was saying, we played, Freedom hosted the first tournament. Then we went to Juan Felipe Herrera, then Computech Middle School, West Fresno Elementary, Technology Learning Center, and then Dry Creek was the last one that we went to. Next slide. You see Miss Coach Ruth. And then here we are getting second place. This one was at Computech. Next slide. You're seeing our students getting trophies of their own. That's not the team trophy. They, as you can hear, all the little jingling sounds. Those are medals that they won. Hold up your trophies so they can see your trophies real quick. So we're also looking forward to showing these off in the Memorial Day Parade coming up soon. So be ready for that. Next picture. More trophies. Next. More trophies. Coach Ruth. More medals. Next. Coach Sickles and her team. We have our students getting ready to go. You see the student in the yellow shirt? That's the number 1 board. And Spencer Parks, they know him well. And the person playing him is Nico Hernandez, and he's a 2nd grader. That it was his first time playing chess. Yeah, Mrs. Hernandez's grandson right here. She gave me 2 awesome players this year. And then we have Adam as well in the top boards. That's the number 2 board. So, and this is his first year playing as well, right, Adam? So, huge shout out to them. Just to get on the number 1 board, number 2 board, number 3 board. There's a lot of students, and just the K3 is probably like 100 and something students. So they have to battle their way there. They get 5 matches to do so. Next picture. More trophies, more medals. Next. More trophies, more medals. Next, please. More trophies. Next. Memorial Day Parade, you'll be seeing that again this year. Next, please. And then these are the schools that we play against. Dry Creek, Fugman, Woods, Herndon Barstow, Budrink, Tatarian, Clovis Online, Quail Lake, Gettysburg, Century, Lawless, and Ames. And we're getting 5 second place trophies and 1 third place trophy. So that shows that my students were ready to go this year, and I'm looking forward to my kindergarten and first graders. They're going to be our leaders. Our second graders, we're going to have some strong third graders next year. So, and also I'm sad to lose my third graders, but Mrs. Sickles is waiting for you. So we're ready to go. And next slide. Oh, there is no slide. That's all, folks. And then let me welcome Mrs. Sickles to the microphone, please.
Thank you so much for the slideshow. That was so nice. I'm terrible about pictures. I'm usually just jumping in doing stuff. I never take pictures of it, so I'm so glad they did this. And I just want to thank Alex, because there were a few years after Jody retired that we really didn't have a feeder school coming into Freedom. And those are some lean chess years, because in order to be competitive at that 4th, 5th, and 6th grade level, they have to come in with some skills, because some of those other kids are starting at kindergarten. So it's just been so wonderful that he's sending me quality kids. I love that. And I want to point out a little thing. So with all these medals you hear clanking, the way the chess tournaments work is every student plays 5 games. They don't get shut out at any point. They all play 5 games, no matter if they win or lose. And in order to earn a medal, they have to win 3 out of those 5 games. So they have to have a winning record. And so we have many students that won medals throughout the years, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, throughout this year and throughout the years. But also for a trophy, most of the time, it's 4 out of 5 in the 4th through 6th section. It's really competitive. Occasionally 3.5. They can have a game where they tie, but most of the time that's a 4 out of 5. So I just wanted to recognize a few students. I do have some of my 6th graders. I'm going to miss you terribly, but 2 of my all-stars are in 6th grade, and I'd like Zoe Rivas and Jesus Cortez to stand. So poor Jesus, he wants to put the trophies down. Okay, so out of the 6 tournaments we went to, Jesus got, the trophies go up to 20th place because there are over 100 kids in the 4th through 6th grade section. It sometimes gets up to 200. It's a lot of kids. And he scored under 20th place in 5 out of the 6, and then he medaled in the 6th one. So 5 out of 6 trophies this year for Jesus. Awesome. Okay, Zoe was 3 out of the 6 times, and the other 3 she medaled. So these 2 won something at every single tournament. I don't think Ian Zamora made it, okay? He is also on my up-and-coming list because he's a 5th grader, and he scored 4th place at one tournament and 5th place at another, and then medaled in all the rest. So that's the one I'm gonna, so if you know Ian Zamora, give him a thumbs up. He's got it going. I also have some of my 4th graders who managed to get trophies. Is Elias, I know Maximus is here. Is Elias here? No. Maximus, stand up. Max is here, so he managed. So one of those is from this year, which is a big deal because when they go from Hester or Snowden, the 3rd grade, they move up to 4th grade, and they're playing kids older than them now. So they go from being top of the heap to being down at the bottom again, and to be able to trophy in 4th grade, awesome job, man. So we've got a great team, great going. Thank you so much for your support because the school district, you guys make this possible. All right, so it looks like.
Yes, so a token of our appreciation from the school board and obviously from Farmville Unified School District. It is not a clanking medal or a trophy, but this is a token of our appreciation. It is a Farmersville pin, and so I'm going to hand these to your coaches. And there are 20 of you here, and there are 20 parents here. There should be at least 20,000 pictures being taken as your coaches give you your medal. So if we can have all of the students that are here line up against this, the dais. For us to take a couple of pictures first, and then what I'll do is I'll hand the pins to the coaches, and then you can individually pass them. Mr. Navala, please come on in as well as the principal there. Is Dr. Monroy here present? Dr. Monroy, I know you're taking pictures. I'm sure someone else is taking for you. I'd love for you to be a part of this picture as well. Coach Ruth, please.
Hey guys. Make sure you squeeze it nice and tight, guys, okay?
And don't forget to smile, huh?
Let me get behind you, alright?
We'll do a quick little countdown. Mrs. Waymeyer, if you don't mind counting for us.
Let's look somewhere in the middle, folks.
Keep smiling, guys.
Okay.
Smile.
So again, as a testament of appreciation, and a token of our appreciation, I'm going to hand these pins to our coaches. And coaches, if you don't mind helping us, just handing one out to your individual team members.
Coming soon. Again, guys, thank you, parents. You guys really made it happen this year. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. And we have littles, send them my way. And I love when siblings join my team as well. That's awesome. So let's keep it going, and let's make Farmersville Chess even better than it is now. Let's try that.
And Mr. Sanchez, if parents want to take their children, they can at this point.
Okay. Just go that way. Ahora vamos a ver.
Alrighty, guys. We're going to continue our normal business. If you guys need to go somewhere or need to head out, feel free to. If you like to stay, you're more than welcome to hang out.
Hey, don't tell me Baby D was one of those. Really? Oh my goodness. Yes. You were driving the car all day. Now she needs a bigger car, huh?
Yeah. Well, she doesn't take my 16th week. But I'm going to put your answer because I gotta.
Thank you again, Mrs. Sickles. Mr. Sanchez, thank you so very much. Thank you guys.
Nice.
My daughter and her fighting for it.
Oh, well, she's going to be in the parade anyway, so. Okay. All right. Awesome. Good night.
Okay, that was 10.1.
We'll have to do this at Freedom next time. So we have enough room for everybody.
A lot of people.
Alrighty. All right, everybody, we'll go ahead and move on with our normal business. So moving on to 10.2, approval of donation of plants from Monrovia Nursery for kinder promotion for Snowden and Hester.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 10.3, approval of 34th Annual Two-Way Bilingual Immersion Conference on June 17th through 19th, 2026 at San Diego, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. Moving on to 10.4, Farmersville Junior High School Highlight Report.
A little upset. My brother stole
Good evening, everyone. Families here, colleagues, people watching. Superintendent Mr. Mendez, board members. My name is Chris Sanchez, and I am the proud principal of Farmersville Junior High School. And so I've been asked to present some highlights here, and I'd be more than happy to do that. So I hope you enjoy this brief presentation of Farmersville Junior High School. So our mission at Farmersville Junior High School, as it reads, Farmersville Junior High School pledges equitably educate students to be prepared, respectful, show integrity, have determination, and be engaged, pride, in order for students to be college and career bound. How do we do that? Well, in our many pillars, academics. So here is a snapshot of our dashboard here from the 24-25 school year. Our goals are very simple. We want to get these kids ready for the high school. We have 2 years to do it, and that's the thing, is we're trying to align for secondary education, and we want to make sure our kids are ready for that. Some notable growths is on average, our STAR reading scores for our students increased by 2 reading levels. So when they come to the junior high, they are going to increase on average by 2 reading levels. Also, our reclassification rates are always really successful. That is a huge testament to our teachers, our ELD team, the continuous meetings that we have. Unity, we've adopted race strategies, which helps our students focus on fundamental writing so that they're prepared for not only those assessments, but for secondary assessments moving forward. Notably on our dashboard, you'll see ELs blue. So last year we had approximately 45.7% with English learner progress. This year we are at approximately 62%. It's a huge jump, nearly 20%. That doesn't always happen, and it needs to be recognized. Huge growth for our ELs so that they are ready and ultimately have more opportunities at the high school for college and career pathways. What do we want to do? We just want to make it better. It's really that simple. We attended an MTSS conference, and I'll say that later on. We attended an MTSS conference. We got to look at and hear a principal at the MTS conference, which is in Southern California, and he said it simply, just make it simple. And so some pictures that we have here is getting those kids ready for promotion. We have a student of the quarter here, which is a small celebration that we try to have for our kids, an intimate, personal moment. And then something new, our student engagement rallies, which are led by our students to recognize their peers for their accomplishments. Attendance is another pillar. Attendance, this is an attendance assembly. This is one of our first ones, I believe. As you can see, it's full there with our families, our community members, our students, and these are all students that maintained 100% attendance at that time. At the bottom there, we have a Saturday school. Our kids love Saturday school. I don't know what it is, they love it. They come in, walking in with 97% attendance, and they want to be there, and it's all good. We want them there too. So that's the latest Saturday school. It's true, Diego. There's about 80 kids in line right here in the morning on a Saturday to be there at our site. And so with this type of attention, it's gotten us out of OTSI, it's gotten us out, out of CSI, and we're continuing on. Some facts that we have here are we've done an amazing job with our attendance team who meet monthly to maintain a 95% attendance or above consistently throughout the year. We just found this at a meeting about a month ago that Farmersville Junior High School has 0.01% change in enrollment the past 2 years. So our attendance is consistent. Our enrollment is consistent. Student voice. We learned this at MTSS, a conference. what is happening? Why are students being late? Why are students not there, chronically absent? And we found out. And based on what we found, we were able to adjust and listen to our students and make those accommodations so that they can feel heard and validated. Attendance recognitions, you'll see here we have a guest speaker. Is that work? Yeah, there it is. We have a guest speaker. This is Christian Cervantes. They hear from us all the time. Every time, right, Ms. Seminario? Yes, they hear from us all the time. Be here, be here, be here. And so we want them to hear from our community members. So Christian Cervantes, as many of you may know, was a guest speaker, as well as many of our board members and other community members to speak to our students about the importance of attendance and punctuality. Another pillar is character. Character, again, with student voice. We have various student engagement and participation. Here are a few pictures of that, where we're trying to make something fun, something different, usually during our break and supervision times. And a couple of you in this room have heard me, hey, anytime you want to come by during break or lunch, because that's our supervision time. But we don't think about it that way. That's about building connections. That's about listening to our students. That's about getting to know our students and their story in regards to being out there. Building character together. Another thing that we've noticed, thanks to the great work of the wonderful Mrs. Waymeyer, we have something called Falcon Books, which I know other sites have. We have front of the line pass. They love that too. It's crazy. They want that front of the line pass because they want to be in the front when that food comes. It's just something internally, intrinsically motivated, and we go off that. But the important thing is that we have data that shows once those incentives go out, once those simple little things go out, behaviors decrease, which was a lot of great work that Mrs. Waymeyer led. And you'll see, you've already recognized that it's gotten some PBIS recognition nationally. Farmersville Junior High School is chosen to be an exemplar of its PBIS system at a conference in Tennessee later this year. You can clap if you want. That was pretty good one. We can't do this without our parents. Here we have a picture of Pique with our Parent Institute Quality of Education. I'm so very thankful that they're at, I believe, every site, providing education for our students. So this was the graduation ceremony. We have our mother and son dance, father-daughter dance. We have trunk or treat. We have our parents coming by. And this one right here, I am so proud of. This is our orientation day. So this is, school hasn't even started, and the gym is full. The line was out the door. Those of you who were able to attend, the line was out the door for not even the first day of school. This was before school had even started, despite all the construction that was taking place around our streets, around the junior high. Families still showed up, and that means something. And I want to believe because a colleague of mine once said there's a blue wave. And you guys are part of this blue wave. You guys, yeah, don't look at me like that. You guys are part of this family that's coming back. We have alumni coming back. We have our parents that have various students throughout the district. That means something. And I believe in that wave. I believe in what type of excitement that's going to bring. It's questions, it's understanding, but it's also an opportunity for continued growth, and we can't do that without our parents. At the staff meeting that we had last week, I shared a little story about my teachers. I do remember all my teachers. They had a special impact on my life. These are our teachers here. Mr. Castillo, Ms. Amezcua, Ms. Anaya, Ms. Castanon, Mr. Corrales, Mr. Ford, Mr. Perez, Mr. Romo, Ms. Bergen, Mr. Dixon, Ms. Anaya, Mr. Gonzalez, Ms. Green, Ms. Jimenez, Mr. Vasquez, Mr. Nelson, Ms. Sanders, Ms. McIntosh, Ms. Macias, Ms. McReynolds, Ms. Morillo, Ms. Seminario, Ms. Campos, Ms. Wallace, Ms. Cepeda, Mr. Valencia, Mr. Solis, Miss Lua, Miss Martinez, Miss Hinkson, our psychologist, Miss Donnelly, Juan Avila, who's there right now. Our staff is so important. And I want to say their name in honor of teacher appreciation and what we have here, because they matter and they impact our students. And so here's our staff. And some facts that we have about our staff is, this is our 4th year together. It's senior year. We're about to graduate. And we haven't had really any change with our staff. That's special. Our experience is well over 50 years. Some departments have way more than that. We just have a dynamic veteran group of believers. Our students. I want to try to transition here because we have some highlights with our students, which is why we have some students here. But basically, all these pictures here are our students outside of the classroom. We have the Frozen musical. We have our FFA students. If you ever have a chance to listen to an FFA student speak at one of these competitions, it's amazing what they can do. We have our students here that went to Hester for reading there. Our trunk or treat, which was led by our students right in the front. College opportunities, I believe this is Bakersfield. Kiwanis recognition, and then our Builders Club with community service. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have these kids here that day, we would have been there a lot longer than what we finished. And as it says here, telling their story, we're giving back to the community. I'm going to transition here to our wonderful counselors and have them have an opportunity here. But one of our goals is not only getting them high school ready, but beyond high school ready. And we have some amazing facts and opportunities here to discuss. These are some colleges that we had the opportunity to attend and look on to the future. So Ms. Rosales and Ms. Moran, would you like to come up, please?
Hello once again, and everybody out in YouTube land. Mr. Moran here.
I'm the other Ying Tiz Yang, Mr. Salas.
Yes, she is. So tonight we wanted to highlight a group of students for academic achievement and its college readiness. And it's amazing. This is exactly what we love to do. And so we've got approximately 14 students at this moment who are ready to go to COS with their college schedule ready, with classes ready to go. So that needs to be recognized, and you guys. Something else that I want to highlight, we also have the UC Merced Math Academy, and we've got approximately 15 students. We are still recruiting for that Math Academy. It's basically bringing in our students, getting them prepared for Integrated Math 1. And I know Integrated Math 1 is pretty hard. It's a struggle for our students. And this program is dedicated to get them ready to take on that challenge. And so we're about to.
Yeah, I'm just going to speak here because I feel like I can speak pretty loudly without the mic. Just to back up a little bit too, we're so incredibly proud of our students. We have some here that we're recognizing, but they're about 3% of our student population. And it's a testament, it's their catalyst for our next students. If you guys recall, we only had 2 students do COS last year. As Mr. Moran said, we have 14 now, and one of them is a 7th grader. We started with 20, and 20 were all signed up. Those 20 are still signed up. However, some of them are transitioning to the UC Merced opportunity. And what's been great about this year, and all the years that we've been together working on this, is just their excitement to want to be college and career ready. Their excitement to say, yes, take me to a college campus. Yes, teach me how to apply for a scholarship. So this year, we have 15 scholarships and counting that we are going to be able to dedicate to our students. That is unheard of for a junior high. Thank you to some of you that were a part of that. You guys purchased some sweaters and long sleeves from us that are going to those scholarships. So we're just so proud. This 8th grade group is really awesome. Farmers High School's got a lot of great things that are coming their way, and that's our goal, is that they're here and they stay here. This group here has an average GPA of a 3.5 and higher. And again, I just can't say how proud of this group that we are. So we're gonna call them up, and then I think a few of them also would like to share a little thing. So when we call you up, you're just gonna stand here. It's kind of tight on this side. So Diego Escobar. Tito Gutierrez. Elizabeth Cameras. Samantha Silva. Lily Rodriguez. Maria Ortiz. Heather Corona Ayala. Camila Ortega. Sofia Montalvo Fuentes. And last but certainly not least, our 7th grader, just kidding, Naomi Marquina. Naomi Marquina, 8th grader. I did it on purpose. You said don't mess you up. And our 7th grader, Dalila Nunez Alvarez. So proud of this group. This group here, they're scheduled to take psychology and sociology and I believe sign language over the summer. So I'm going to turn it over to a couple of students that also wanted to share a few things.
Hello everyone, my name is Maria Ortiz and I am the Associated Student Body President at Farmersville Junior High School. I just wanted to say a few things about the COS college classes. First, I want to thank our counselors for guiding and helping us throughout the process of applying to COS. This process was very new to a lot of us, and without them, this wouldn't have been possible. I knew since the 6th grade that I wanted to make sure I took every opportunity to take college courses during high school. Thankfully, we have the ability to start this sooner. I am looking forward to being able to take college classes with my older sister, being exposed to more opportunities, and making connections. This is the first step to our future success. I hope you see us again accomplishing everything that we set out. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Heather Corona, and I'm really proud to be one of the students who got accepted to take a college course at COS. As an 8th grader, applying to college early has been an important step for me as I start thinking about my future. At school, I stay very involved. I'm Activities Commissioner, FFA President, and part of other clubs. These roles have helped me grow as a person and leader. I'm really thankful for our counselors, Mr. Moran and Ms. Rosales, who have helped me through the process, making everything easier to understand. I also want to thank my family, especially my mom, for encouraging me, and my brother for inspiring me through his own experience. Being from Farmersville means a lot to me. It's a small community, and sometimes people might assume that the education or opportunities aren't the best. Even though our school might not be the biggest or always seem as the strongest, but you can still achieve success with what you have and the opportunities given to you. Overall, I'm grateful for the support, and I'm excited to see where this opportunity takes me. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Mr. Sanchez, again, we want to thank you as the leader of your site, of course, and your team members, and the amazing vocabulary that your students have when they went up there. So as a token of our appreciation, we'd like to give you guys a Farmersville pin. So if that is okay with you, we'd also like to take a picture. So maybe we can line ourselves up right over here. So very much. So proud, huh? Malcolm proud. Do it for the Ville. Mr. Sanchez, can you direct your team members to come back for a picture?
Rosales Morales.
Mrs. Waymeyer, maybe?
Waymeyer.
again.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. And just to let everybody know, if you are here for the junior high segment, that part is all done, and we're just going to continue our normal business. So you're more than welcome to head out, go home if you like, make some food, some carne asada. But thank you for coming tonight. We appreciate it.
Stay for the whole meeting, can we get a
Awesome. Alrighty, moving on to 10.5. Approval of ELD field trip to Museum of Tolerance on May 26, 2026 at Los Angeles, California.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 10.6, approval of PBIS National Conference on July 13th through 17th, 2026 at Nashville, TN. Motion?
Motion.
Motion by John,
Second.
second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 10.7, approval to dispose of obsolete, outdated books. Snowden.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 11.0, high school issues. 11.1, approval of 2026 Trio Upward Bound Summer Program on June 15th through July 24th, 2026 at COS Visalia Campus.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 11.2, approval of FHS FFA Officer Retreat Team Building on May 21st, 2026 and June 3rd, 2026 at Bakersfield and Farmersville High School.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.0, curriculum. 12.1, approval of Code Stack SEIS CSC Live 2026 on September 21st through 23rd, 2026 at San Diego, California.
Motion.
Motion by Alice,
Second.
second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.2, approval of agreement with Big Brothers Big Sisters for 2026 through 2027.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.3, approval of agreement with California Teaching Fellows Foundation for Summer Expanding Learning Program.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.4, approval of agreement with California Teaching Fellows.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 12.5, approval of Tulare County Office of Education Agency Agreement number 260873 for 2025 through 2026 from the Choices Prevention Program.
Motion.
Motion?
Second.
Second. Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 13.0, personnel. 13.1, approval of certified personnel. Item 13.1.1 through item 13.1.2.
Motion.
Motion. Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I abstain. Motion carried 301.
Yes.
Moving on to 3.2, approval of classified personnel, item 13.2.1.
Motion.
Motion by Zamora, second by John. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried forward, 4-0. 13.3, approval of extracurriculum activity, coaching personnel, item 13.3.1.
Second.
Motion by John, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried forward, 4-0. 13.4, approval of summer school personnel, item 13.4.1 through item 13.4.2.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Zamora, second by Alice. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, 4-0. 14.0, board business. 14.1, adoption of resolution number 16-05-12-26 in the matter of ordering regular governing board members' elections, specifications of the election order.
Motion.
Second.
Motion by Alice, second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried, 4-0. 14.2, consideration of any item any member of the board wishes to have on a future agenda or provide a written update.
Not at this time.
Yeah, over the last 2 weeks, I was looking at the sports contract, and I did look online. I could not find on the student handbook, the 39 pages or 40 pages, I couldn't find anything regarding sports in those pages. I also looked under athletes on the website, and the only thing that came up in sports was the sports for the Farmersville Junior High, and nothing else regarding the high school on sports. So I'm not sure who's in charge of updating the website, but if we could look at it. Yeah, because I did a regular search just on athletics or sports, and the only thing that was coming up was the Farmersville Junior High.
So what we can do, it's okay, what we can do is we can make sure that we get a copy, and if you're having a hard time as a school board member to manage and look through our website, then that's a deeper conversation we can have within our team. So we'll make sure that a copy is easily accepted.
So good, yeah, so just update it just on personnel, who's where, because if somebody just does a regular search, I think they're gonna have a hard time finding who's the director of sports for the high school or.
We'll look into that, Mr. Zamora.
Thank you.
Me myself, I just like to get that contract completed before the new school year.
Okay. Mr. Espinoza.
Nothing at this time, just like to say thank you to Mr. Sanchez, showing those highlights. Always excited to see what the junior high's up to. Definitely as our feeder school into the high school and seeing those things. I guess if we could possibly maybe get an update from each school as we move forward, just to anything they have that they'd like to highlight, and we can, that way us as board members can kind of hear the great things that they have also going on at their school.
Absolutely. We've already had every single member of our sites, every single site has done an update. Next year on our calendar, the idea is to at least have them come up twice a year, first semester and second semester.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. That'll be it for me. Alrighty. So moving on to 15.0, business services. 15.1, 2026 G.0. bond refunding presentation.
Good evening, Board. Superintendent Mendez. Tonight we are going to present to you some information. We have here with us Jonathan White from ISOM Advisors to present to you on a potential refunding opportunity for the school district. This is a refunding of our 2015 GO bond. And so I'd like to welcome Jonathan to present this opportunity with you. And so you'll see the slides on your overhead, and you also have a paper copy of the presentation.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Superintendent Mendez, board, staff, and of course, YouTube. I'm John White from ISOM Advisors. I've worked with the district for a number of years. I just wanted to go over a little history for you. You may be aware that over the years in 1992, in 2014, and 2022, you've gone to the public to ask them to support bond measures, which means that they're authorizing you to levy taxes, and that money will be used to support bonds that build facilities. Most recently, in 2022, that bond was passed by a 69% success rate. The requirement is 55. You sold 2 series, the most recent one last summer, and that is being used for a kitchen in the high school. So that's what these bonds are doing to improve your facilities. So I just wanted to go over this page. As mentioned before, in 2015, that was the 2014 election, you sold a $3.17 million bond issue. When you sell the bond, you set the interest rate, similar to when you do a home mortgage. And rates have gone down such that there's an opportunity to refund it and realize savings. The savings would go to the public in the form of reduced debt service, and so a lower tax bill. Bullets 3 and 4, we've been monitoring this for a number of months. When we first came to, not to you, but to the administration in March, the savings were between $156,000 and $226,000. It's gone down in this, the date of this presentation was in April of 24th. They've gone down to $122,000 and $159,000, but it's still above this 3%. In our industry, when you want to have the savings, the present value of it, above 3%. So you're still around that range. And I want to mention that these savings are after all cost of issuance. So it's not as if you were save money and then you have to pay people so that the net benefit, these are all net of them. And also we are able to pursue the refunding all on a contingent basis, which is to say people don't get paid unless the bond goes ahead. There's one exception to that, which is the rating. And this is an informational item, so no action has been taken, no rating agency has been pursued. But I just want to make you aware that we try to schedule it in such a way that there's minimal risk to you. There's staff time for sure, but we did this GO bond in 2025. I'm sure we could leverage that. So I just wanted to mention that. And this is the cover page of the official statement of that bond issue that you sold. This is a graph just showing that the way that you realize the savings is the difference between the interest rates. The yellow graph line is the interest rate on the 2015 issue that you would be paying off, and the red line is today's interest rates. It's that differential, even after factoring in the costs, that result in a lower debt service cost. I mentioned to you a range of savings, but it's only one issue that we're refunding. So you might think, what's going on here? By the way, I know I talk fast, so jump in if you have any questions. Okay, this is a level savings scenario. If you look at the graph, the first column is the year. These bonds are outstanding all the way until 2044. Not unlike your home mortgage, which is generally like 30 years. This bond was done in 2015 and goes away in 2044, so 29 years. The second column is the original debt service. Debt service is the bill to pay back the loan. And then the refunding debt service is what the new debt service would be once you paid off the old one. So you would sell the refunding bonds, with the money pay off the old issue. So it would no longer be on the books. Your accountant that did your audit would show that there was what's called legally defeased. So that old bond issue is gone, replaced by the new one. And the savings is the difference between the two. And if you look at the savings, the totals $121,953. I rounded up to 122. That's called level savings. So in each of the years, the savings is roughly the same. The bond amounts are in $5,000 increments, so we can't make the savings identical. That's why one year it's $4,741, another it's $7,525. That's level savings. And that's the lower number, the 122. The next page is called deferred savings. That's the one that would amount to 159,000 savings. In this scenario, same columns, but the refunding debt service is different and the savings are different. You have minimal savings. The first year is 5,410, but it can be 1,150. It goes as low as 613. So in each of the years, there's savings. But the big kick of the savings, that's why it's called deferred, is on the tail end, which is 112,500. I'm not here to say one's better than the other. I know that this one has a larger number, so maybe that's more impressive, but looking at the preceding one, you get savings each and every year, and it's sort of uniform throughout. And then the deferred savings gives you a larger number, but it's on the tail end of it. So those are the two savings structures that we have. Are there any questions about the two options or how we would go about refunding this?
So the purpose would be, one, to reduce costs to homeowners in the city of Farmersville, reducing if they have 5 properties and paying the taxes and reduce the total amount.
Exactly.
Okay.
And there's no extension. Sometimes when you refinance a home, I know once I did, interest rates were so low, I had some equity in the home, the market was good, the wife wanted a kitchen, so you refinance it, you do that, and the payment, so that we're not doing that sort of type of refinancing. This is just the money is used to pay off the old issue. You aren't funding new projects. You're not extending the term. There's no games. It's just lowering the debt service. And so that's what we're looking at. And the next steps, though, we don't have to go through all of this, but I'd just like to read the bullet because I think this puts it well. You can proceed with drafting documents and receiving board approval. This is not board approval. This is informational only, subject to a minimum savings target. So you might say, well, I like level savings. We should have 3% PV savings. So, and what happens is these savings change every day. Like oil prices are up, so the market wasn't too good today for interest rates. But you could say, for example, I like level savings, and I want the savings to be a minimum of blank. Maybe it's 122,000 before we will actually pursue this. But the point is so once you identify what that is and you say, go get it, I can't get it tomorrow because it's 4 to 6 weeks to work on the documentation, to bring it back to you, to the board for approval, and to get a credit rating. So this is very early in the process. But we want to, if you're comfortable, get some indication that we could pursue and start working on the documents. And once the market improves and those saving levels are feasible, we can pursue a credit rating and the sale of the bonds. That's where we are now if this is something that you're interested in. And this just lays out the different tasks. And we're basically in May and June where we're not approving the resolution, but we're in May. We're discussing the refunding with the Board of Trustees. Information only. Any questions, reactions? No medals or trophies. I'm playing chess. I'm playing checkers, not chess, but that's this refunding.
We'll give him a pen.
Yeah, I'll get a pen. As long as my friend can get one. He's wants one as well.
So one of the things that I understand is the deferred one, you get bang for buck at the back end, but our current residents here in Farmersville won't necessarily see those savings until the end of the bond. Where if we do the leveled, they get current savings now, and it's steady.
Yeah, I think that's why most people do level savings. Sometimes, just a hypothetical, it doesn't apply here, but let's just say one level savings was 200,000, but the deferred is 300,000. You could say the deferred is over $250,000. It might just land differently. And while you did recently have a bond issue pass, part of what you do is what you did here tonight is the real important stuff with the kids and the education. You also have a financial responsibility, and you want to show that you're a good steward. So that's really what this is right now, these investors are receiving above market rates. They didn't do anything wrong, but that's just where they are. And so the question is, do you want to take those savings, those higher payments away from them and give it to the residents of Farmersville? And that, but you're right about the savings. It depends on what taxpayer you are, what your feelings are. But maybe the level is more equitable or most likely to benefit a wider range of taxpayers over the life of the bonds.
Yeah, sounds really good. I think, when we're looking out for our taxpayers, they're our community, so it looks like a very good idea that we're doing our best to be financial, not wizards, but at least we're trying to think of not only our district, but also the people that contribute, so, yeah, I think that's.
So I know this is information only, obviously, this is a good opportunity for us, if you do have questions, and sometimes we don't have the questions now, right? We gotta let this marinate a little bit, but if there are any questions, please let Mr. Monroy and I know, and we can get together with our advisors.
Yeah, we've had a couple calls over the last month or two. We just want to keep you aware of what this opportunity is, and then you'll talk to the administration, the superintendent, and let them know your feelings and communicate to us, and we'll just work on it, see whether it's something that we can secure and lock in the savings.
Can you let us know what our last rating was?
Yeah, you received what was called an A+ rating, which is a solid investment grade rating. The best rating is AAA. It's really hard to get AAA. In fact, I think the federal government got downgraded and it's not AAA anymore. No political comment, just telling you how hard it is. You did, though, qualify for bond insurance, which allowed you to get AAA rates, kind of like a parent co-signing a loan of a kid, like the kid's ambitious, and you'll probably pay it, but when mom and dad co-sign it, you get a better rate. But the intention is that the son and daughter is always going to pay. So you have a strong rating, and it's representative of most districts in the Central Valley.
What is the rate of the bond insurance?
I'm sorry?
The rate, you're talking about insurance, bond insurance.
Oh, it's usually a percentage of the debt service. It's all also factored into this. We're working on an issue where it's 0.25% of the debt service. So I think like on a $4 million issue, it's like 16,000. But it's net, and we would only do it. I know it's a little frustrating because you're paying someone who's probably never going to have to step up and pay for you, but the market is giving you a lower interest rate because of that. So we would only recommend that you buy it if it benefits you.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. If they said it's 50,000, we say thanks, no thanks, no pin for you. We're moving on. So we would just do it A+.
Mr. Espinoza?
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
Great. Thank you for your time.
Awesome. Alrighty, moving on to 15.2, approval of award contract to Genesis Inc. for high school gym floor modernization.
Motion with a question.
Second.
I have a motion with the question from Alice, a second from Zamora, and we'll move on to Alice's question.
This flooring that we are going to put in, is it going to be the type of flooring that we don't have to worry about our heavy tables and chairs, our donkey basketball, all that kind of business that goes on in there?
I'm glad you brought that up. I know working with Mr. Melendez and Mr. Monroy and this team that's going to come in, it's state of the art. I think we've learned in some of our other gym floors that we've put in, where sometimes going with the least bid didn't necessarily turn out to be the very best thing. This is actually the best bid, one of the best bids, and the new flooring that's going to be going into Farmersville High School is somewhat the same. It's a hardery surface. It's not going to be creating seams while we roll out the bleachers. And interesting that you said donkey basketball or whatever, some of the things that were done at Farmersville High School and maybe at other gyms. That's not allowed anymore. We just contracted with a new insurance company that is recognizing that staff versus student having animals, creating certain scenarios is what was one of the big highlights with us getting a very good rate with the insurance. So that's something that we're going to be presenting during management meetings to our site principals and organizations with that. If they ever need to use our gyms or our facilities, there are certain things that are going to be not allowed anymore. So interesting that you said donkey basketball, because that was actually one of them. Current school in Tulare County, I won't name it, but they are going through some litigation right now regarding events that they were using.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I did have one, because I just remembered, carpet. Where do we have carpet in the gym? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, so the carpet is a threaded material that goes underneath the underlayment to make sure things are nice and tight. So when they pour on that material,
So it's not actually carpet we see, it's something
Right.
underneath.
Underlayment.
So there's also the entry points, so there will be a carpet entry point now, which helps collect moisture and debris instead of going into the gym from now on.
Okay.
So instead of having the tile, it is a entry point carpet that absorbs moisture and it's easier to vacuum up, so you protect your, from dust and dirt being added onto the floors.
Okay.
Also to remove and replace easy.
Yes.
Yeah.
During rains, all those that have worked at Farmersville High School, there's a lot in here. It's slipping issues when students, adults, and staff members are walking in.
Yeah, let's make sure that we take a really good look at that entrance and make sure that we don't need to make any kind of changes before we put the carpet in, or, I mean, this new flooring. That way, we don't have to do it twice.
Okay.
Just, safety-wise, I know sometimes the wind comes in really hard on one side, maybe blows in the rain harder on one side than the other.
Any other questions? No?
As far as timeline, the idea is that the gym will be ready before the end of July, mid-July.
Oh.
So they're working on, it's gonna be a very quick turnaround. So we're very excited for our welcome back breakfast to have a brand new gym.
We're still gonna have breakfast
Yeah.
on our new gym? Okay. All right, thank you.
Awesome. So all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried 4-0. 17.0, future meeting dates, 17.1, May 26, 2026, June 9th, 2026. 20.0, adjournment to closed session. 20.1, conference with labor negotiator G.C.54957.6. It is the intention of the board to meet in closed session to review its position and instruct its designated rep agency, designated representative Manuel Mendez, name of organization, FTA CSEA Management. 20.2, public employee discipline dismissal release complaint, gov.code 54957. 20.3, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to subdivision D2 and E of section 54956.9, one case. 20.4, government code section 54957, public employee performance evaluation, title superintendent. I'm gonna go ahead and close this adjournment to closed session at 8:14. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Have a
Alrighty, we'll go back to open session at 8:59. Moving on to 21.0, action taken in closed session items. 21.1, conference with labor negotiator G.C.54957.6. It is the intention of the board to meet in closed session to review its position and to instruct its designated rep, agency, designated representative Manuel Mendez, name of organization, FTA, CSEA, management, no action taken. 21.2, public employee discipline, dismissal, release, complaint, gov.code 54957, no action taken. 21.3, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to subdivision D, 2, and E of section 54956.9, one case, no action taken. 21.4, Government Code Section 54957, Public Employee Performance Evaluation, Title Superintendent, no action taken. 22.0, Adjournment at 9 p.m.
Like
Do-
what?
Do you have a motion?
Motion. No, it's okay.
Motion by Alice. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Zamora. Any questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried 4-0.
You said 9 p.m.?
9 p.m.
Mm-hmm. Is it 9?
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock up there.
Oh, it's 8:15. Oh, my watch is 1 minute.
You're good. We'll go off of your clock.
Mm-hmm.